Hello everyone, we're back with Tales of Aoth, Episode 2, Part 4. Last time, we left our party as they entered and fought through the front of the Kashk Warehouse, evading gunfire, blades, and brutes. All the while, a familiar friend joined the fray, as well as a new up-and-coming Emperyan Hero to aid in their quest. After fighting through machine gun bullets and finding Javid's mechanical familiar, they arrive at the last room, where the Blood Moon's Clairvoyant mouthpiece stays. Will they apprehend Kearas' brother, Domus? Or will the Firebird put him down for good? Find out in this episode. You enter the central hub of the logistics room, where desk shelves are destroyed, pushed aside, stacked on top of each other to make barriers and blockades. On the leading platform, you see an orc man standing with various devices and gadgets worn, his eyes obscured by obsidian lenses strapped to his head.
Oh, wow.
Standing within a new magic machine, surrounded by an aura, appears to be none other than Domus. Dorimus.
More like dumbass.
Wow!
More like
That's
doofus.
That's Kiara's brother.
And
Did I stutter?
Yeah, nice.
Damn!
Sourdough will softly look at the machine gun and go, "Oh yeah, Ruben was supposed to subdue that guy. I'll make it work. He's still got 2 more hands."
everything's good, everything's fine.
Everything's fine. So he sort of points at you through the barrier and is like, You have arrived just as I predicted. You have to listen to me. The Emperor will bring us to ruin. He will betray everything his golden age has promised us. I have foreseen it, like I have foreseen you to confront me.
Domus, have you and your men surrender. This ends now. We don't need any more bloodshed or violence.
Oh,
This isn't our way.
but you don't understand. More bloodshed and violence will happen. It will come to a war. A war
Hey,
that will
sir.
shake all of Aoth, the likes of which
Sir.
we haven't seen.
Sir,
He just sort of looks down at you.
we took one of your machine guns and we took out everyone in the building before this. You're gonna lose. Like, you're not gonna win. Look at us. And I motion back. Just surrender now and stop all the fighting. We don't need to kill anymore.
However, I will fight everyone in this room. If you want to line up just to the left over there, I'll
my
take you on one at
God,
a time.
Bolton! Not
never
the
said-
time!
I never said about anything about not killing.
Oh, God.
It may be over for us, but it will definitely be over for you. Yeah, he's sort of spouting a bunch of nonsense babble.
He believes his own hype.
Yeah, he does kind of believe his own hype.
Domus, your sister's right here!
I am the hype!
He's behind a shield, right?
Yes, he is.
Can I have Ruben fire a burst into the shield to get him to stop talking?
Okay.
Just to get his attention.
You have skipped the dialogue?
Trying to hit the shield just to bounce off and scare him a little bit. I mean, I have bottomless ammo, so...
Yeah,
What about his villain monologue?
You shoot towards the barrier, and of course, it blocks the bullets.
Yeah, I mean, I figured as much. Does it stop Domus from yapping his flappers?
It does stop Domus from yapping his flap.
Cool, that was
Do
the
you
point.
Believe this? Do you believe in this? Believe in this man's words?
I've proved through my visions that what I say is true. I saw it all, the Emperor becoming a monster. His morality is frail as his silk shirt.
Owen goes, wait, do I fight him by the end of this week? That's sort of why I came here.
What's my future then, if you could see everybody's future?
Also, why is your sister behind the barrier? I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion right here.
You actually try to cast Minor Illusion, it doesn't work.
Can I cast
Oh, shit,
Minor
boss
Illusion,
back.
right here for Kiara, just to be standing just cross-armed
she's
and
right
disappointed?
Here!
You can make one somewhere over here, but for some reason the barrier is preventing you from creating spells inside.
I'm gonna telepathically tell that to the party that it prevents magic.
Yes. So, you can either try and convince him, but you see that, he's kind of in his own world right now. You also see that there's a new magic machine behind him.
Oh, wait, can you say that new magic? You actually might be going crazy because of new magic.
Might be, yeah. It's a little bit hard to see, but anybody can try and roll a perception. Try and
Cool, you
see
got it,
a
boss.
little bit of it.
I will try a perception.
You got it.
You got it!
I got a 15.
That's a 13.
Okay, yeah, no.
What?
Yeah, it's...
25. 25.
Alright, so from Asteri, you see that machine, again, it's a bit distant. If you go a little bit closer, you might have a better idea of it. But it seems to be the thing that is emanating that barrier. You can hear that it's making loud, whirring, buzzing, and ticking noises.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you can notice from over there. If you want to know more, you'd have to get a little bit closer, which might be a little bit of a issue.
Okay, I take the front.
Do you guys want to start throwing hands now, or do you want to keep talking to Domus?
Nah.
16, finally!
18.
That's a 4.
23.
So, Asteri, it's your time to shine.
Yeah, so spike growth in a 20-foot radius covers the entire center.
It covers the entire center, except the spike growth seems to, like, press itself
like
against
a
the
shield.
barrier. What's the range on that?
20-foot radius.
20-foot radius. Doo-doo. So that would be... Oh, you're trying to put that somewhere around there.
Yeah, so it gets all of them, except for Domus.
Dumbus, more like. Yeah, alright, good enough. Alright, anything else?
Asteri will go right there, and, up against the cover.
Gotcha, very good. Amana, it's your turn. What will you do?
Alright, I might not have gone to kill anyone yet, so...
Time to murder.
And I'm targeting this one.
Alright.
And here's the thing. I know we talked about how we use my polarity effect. Is it possible can I just snatch that out of his hand?
Oh yeah, sure, totally. How many threshold points does it cost?
I believe it's just 1.
Alright, you add 1 to the threshold thing, and you just right out of his hands.
Alright.
So he is now gunless. You still have an action to do.
I'll shoot him, since he's unarmed.
Alright, go for it.
shoot him.
Rules of engagement, baby!
I just snatch the gun out of his hand, I just throw his bell rod to the ground and pull out my own.
Alright. He doesn't have a +2 to his AC, however, you are not flanking him, so it will be a normal roll.
Okay, alright, 19.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Alright, that's 8.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
You can technically set up favored foe with that shot.
You could.
Because it's on hit.
that was a possibility.
Oh, okay, yeah. I tell you, favorite foe.
Alright, favored foe is now marked. We'll add the 1d4 damage right now.
Okay.
4 damage. Awesome. So, next time you attack him, then you can do damage towards him. Alright, Bolin, it's now your turn. What do you wish to do?
Okay, time to activate everything I got. This turn is the most dangerous. So, I'm going to run up to this guy. I'm setting up Fang Homa, parry, and I'm going to use up my last 2 side points this turn to activate the Steel Skin. So for this turn, I have resistance on ashing, slashing, and piercing.
All right.
Hopefully, I have a bit more survivability.
Hopefully.
Was an 11 hit.
No.
Okay, well, Bolin is now prepped.
Okay. Haka, it is now your turn. What do you wish to do?
Domus, you don't need to do this.
Oh, but I do. You left me no choice.
Listen, I've only been out of the Empire for 10 years. I could have.
It's not just you that we pleaded with. We pleaded with everyone, even the Empire himself, but he refused to abdicate his throne. If he won't listen to reason, then maybe he'll listen to violence.
You know what? I'm gonna do this for the first time. So what this individual is going to feel is impending doom.
Doom, doom, doom,
Boom,
doom,
as they
doom,
are
doom.
being placed upon Hexblade's curse.
Okay.
The way this works is as follows. I deal bonus damage to the cursed target. The bonus equal to my proficiency. Whenever I roll a 9 or 19 or 20, it's gonna be a crit. And if they die, I regain HP equal to level plus charisma mod. As a bonus action, I choose one creature I see within 30 feet. The target is cursed. Oh, so I can bounce.
And just bounce the
Oh,
cursor
that was
on
my
everyone.
bonus. That was my bonus action. This is my first turn. That means this is gonna be with advantage. So, beautiful. Oh, look at the bell rod.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do the math. Yeah, that's gonna be 18 and 8 damage.
That hits. Alright, it's Javid's time to shine. And he is actually going to be running over here, taking a shot at Mr. Marksman over there. Oh, yep, that hits. 12 damage total. Javid actually commands Yaya to go and protect Amana. Now it's going to be Lahab's turn. And you see him just like, his armor is like flaring up. You can almost see like his metal plates glowing as he just blasts over to here, blasts around like 30 feet upwards, and then just lands down right here. Dealing 11 damage total. He's going to be then focusing this guy and attacking twice. Hits. This guy is down right here, and that is going to be the end of his turn. You see his armor is starting to glow red hot.
Damn.
Reyna, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
You said talking was a free action.
Yes, talking is in fact a free action.
Okay, can I roll like persuasion with it?
Persuasion to whomst?
To
Domus.
Domus. Dorimus.
It's like dumbass, but it's
Yeah.
First, I'll move up a little bit next to Asteri and Kearas.
Yep.
I'm gonna go like right here, and then I'm gonna be like, Domus, I'm sure that if you summon all the legendary heroes, that they can convince the Emperor to change his mind.
All right.
Because obviously they're gonna try to believe the legendary heroes that they can solve any problem.
Of course.
That's a 21.
Okay. He sort of looks, shudders a little bit and like shakes his head and is like, he won't listen. He's too scared to relinquish his power. He has held onto his clutches for these past 10 years.
But the legendary heroes are his friends. Wouldn't he listen to his friends?
The legendary heroes are fools, and they'll march in line once he says so. Isn't that what Haka is doing now?
I don't think Haka's here for that. You're Kearas' brother.
When talking to him, you see that he's, with the communication, there's something getting in the way there.
Alright.
It seems like he's not fully grasping onto the words that you're saying.
Fuck, I guess I'm gonna try next turn. I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery on the guy in front of me.
Alright, what do you say?
I'm gonna say, do you see that guy right next to me? I'm gonna point to a stare. I'm like, he's gonna punch your face in!
Alright, roll. Roll for damage.
Okay, I feel like that's an insult. I don't know.
Yeah, that's close, I guess.
That's a 2.
My soul pain.
He's unarmed too, so it's
Well, he's not unarmed.
lost.
He takes out his sword and go over, immediately swing at you.
Nope, first he takes damage.
Yes, he does take damage. How much damage? 7 damage? Okay, yeah, no, he's down. Never mind.
He walks over and flat.
He was so infuriated that he completely forgot about the thorns. This guy is going to move over here, as well as this guy over here, and is going to target at Vullen. One of them is flanking you. First critical. Okay, awesome.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, because I will always get criticaled every single time.
Yes. It's either criticals or misses with you, so you take 7 damage. This one is going to do an action to do something nefarious, as well as this one. This one is actually going to turn around and shoot Lahab.
Did I get to pimp slap the one in front of me?
You can. Oh, that guy didn't even attack.
Well, I rolled a 24 for my counterattack, so hopefully he'll miss.
Oh, yeah. No, this guy definitely misses. 7 damage. It is now going to be bruisers. This guy is going to move over here and throw down a smoke screen, as well as this guy who just moves through the thing and goes over here. He's actually going to take a pot shot at Lahab with disadvantage. He rolled a natural 1. Awesome. Great. Good. Fantastic.
Well, you had
love
disadvantage,
guns.
statistically likely.
Gun be jamming.
Jamming. Jamming. Jamming. Jamming. So this guy is going to move over and punch you in the butt.
Oh, my
Yes.
ass.
Gets an advantage. Does a 22 hit?
Ties.
It meets, so it beats. This guy is going to roll for damage. 9 damage. So half that.
It's subtract 2.
And so 2. Take 2 damage for the first one.
Okay. Adjusting that
Next
right now.
attack. Damn it, another critical? Are you shooting me? I don't know why. You're just a crit magnet. So take 4,
Well,
and
got
then
one
one
now.
last attack. And yeah, okay, that misses.
Okay, so
wait,
I'm gonna
if-
pimp slap him.
Yep, go ahead and pip slap.
12 pimp slap.
No, that does not hit. This guy is actually going to try and move over here and then throw a smoke. Just going to be a smoke over here. This one is going to move right over here and then try to shoot at Amana.
Oh no.
Misses. And this one is going to go over here and try to shoot at Lahab. Also misses again. This one is actually going to get a bonus action to gain True Strike and immediately is going to target Sourdough.
Leave me alone. He's just a poor baby boy.
But you see here, Kearas' ability kicks in so that she will essentially be taking the damage for you.
Aw, that's mean.
Yes. Does a 19 hit?
Yes, it does.
So Kiara is going to be taking that damage halved. Let me roll for that real quick. So she takes 5 damage. The other two, this one, Haka, right here, is going to size you up and going to suppress you.
You're fucking kidding me. So, you wanna play that game, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't play games. I play for keeps.
This guy is also going to cast True Shot on himself and then attack Lahab. Succeeds. So he takes 10 damage. There we go. Sourdough, it is your turn.
Oh boy. How does suppressing fire work again?
You just send down a hail of indiscriminate bullets. It doesn't damage them. However, they get a disadvantage to everything while they're within suppression. And if they try to move, Ruben gets a free opportunity.
Cool. With rate of fire and guns, can I target more than one person on a turn?
No, not yet at least. Would you
That's
like to
what I'm
roll an
talking.
insight to Sourdough?
Sure. That is an 17.
You see that Domus is definitely the guy that's calling the shots, considering the fact that he can predict future and whatnot. So if you're able to apprehend Domus, everyone else will crumble. The real trick is how to actually, get Domus.
I'll go here. I will follow. Then I will have Ruben unload on that poor man over here. I am going to take a pistol and shoot at this guy.
All right. He is also technically flanking him, but he still has a disadvantage.
So, straight. Got it. 12 to hit.
That hits. 10d8 plus 5?
You got it, boss.
This is why I'm not giving you this early on. So since you guys thought of that while you're in this encounter, I'm giving you guys a little bit of a treat.
That is 44 points of damage.
Yeah, he's gone. That's it. Haka, you just see this guy behind him. Ruben just holding the Mavon machine gun like a fucking Terminator as he just unloads into this poor sap. You see bullet holes just flying out of his leather shirt as he just slumps over dead.
Well, sharpshooter's down.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, the sharpshooter?
Yeah, I was going for the sharpshooter.
Oh, which one? This one? Or?
This guy up here. Yep, and then for the guy that you just killed, I'm gonna take a shot at him with my pistol.
Oh, he's not dead. I revived
Yeah, I know. For the guy who has been resurrected by the will of God.
him. Yep, go ahead.
That's a 15 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
All right,
How many shots are you firing with that?
2.
All right.
That'll be 7 points of piercing damage.
Very good. Kiara is going to move over to Haka, help him out, and delay her action for anything else.
If you drop
Colin.
spike growth, we can.
Well, I
get a
can just
whole
drop it now.
second-
Boom. I can't delete the... Oh, I can delete the circle. Neat.
Yeah, so these guys definitely laid down smoke, so that will actually help you against ranged people, but might have to worry about these two guys over here. So if you can try to like either distract them or do something to that effect, that would be good. Asteri, it is now your turn. What do you want to do?
Already form. Once again, the symbols of a man with a large bow pointing upward riding a Rashid glow from Asteri's shell as the constellations and glittering patterns move throughout his body.
The Archer.
Okay, but first, since I activated it, I can shoot.
Shooty Tabuti. Whomst do you wish to shoot?
I choose this guy.
Alright, go for it.
And it fell. Onto a nat 20.
Alrighty, roll for damage. Critical. Get to critical shittical.
18.
He's not looking very good.
Asteri will spend his 15 feet of movement as a free action, light just punch the guy in the face, and then walk back over. Because Reyna said Asteri's gonna punch him in the face.
It was predicted by the stars. Alright, you feel good. You get +1 pride to that. Good job.
Yes.
Amana, it's your turn. What do you wish to do?
Okay.
Your targeted foe is now untargeted because he is dead.
Yeah, he died. Yeah, figured. I'm going to go move to right here, and I am going to use both my bell rods, and I am going to target these two with using piercing shot.
Alright, cool. Roll normally, please.
3 and 9.
He is down. Vulin, it is your turn.
This is the last time I can do it. I'm going to get myself 3 more orbitals. 2 of those orbitals are going to be used to set up Parry and Fang Homa. And the last bonus action, I'm definitely using the minor healing potion then.
Yeah, good idea. Alright, roll.
5, and I rolled really low.
Hey, it happens.
And out of curiosity, is this guy in range and is the barrier stopping my vortex glove?
Yes, it would. It was able to block bullet shots, so...
A case. So I'm going to target this big guy and try to use the vortex glove to pull him over towards me.
Alright, let me roll a dexterity save. He fails.
Pull him over to me.
He just immediately gets pulled over to you. What the?
Wow. Owen just sticks out his
No.
arm, sucks in closer, just grabs his shirt and goes, "You are fighting me. 4 on 1.
4 on 1.
Man up.
4 on 1. Oh boy.
Oh my god.
He's the distraction.
Yep. Okay, so I do have a plan, believe it or not. It is not a good one.
Oh, I bet.
Guys, I have opened the way for you.
Haka,
Jesus Christ.
if you move and take the opportunity attack, Kiara will take the damage for you. So you can just run over, mad dash over to Domus, try to figure out what exactly you need to do.
That's true. Fuck it. Kiara, cover me.
Yep. So, hold on. Wait, now, hold your horses there. Keep your Rashids in line, pal. Let me roll. God damn it, he got a 9. Are you kidding me?
Oh, get wrecked.
Fuck you.
Alright, well, the suppression is no longer on you, so that's good.
So,
You can just run up. If you want to roll athletics to make it more seamless, you can.
Nope. I'm not athletic.
Alright.
That's what happens after 10 years.
So,
Oh god. Domus, you got to stop this. You talk of the Emperor being inactive, but it's up to you. You are the next generation. Domus, you and your sister and the young ones. We may
Okay.
have established the past, but you can change the future.
Haka, you've overthrown a tyrant before. Help me do it again.
He's not a tyrant. If there's anything
And
wrong,
how
he could
do
be changed.
you know?
Because he's my friend.
Then you're as blind and as foolish as he is.
Damn it, Domus, your sister is right here. Don't you care about the future you're making for her as well? You have loved ones on the line, so do I. And I don't agree everything that the Empire does. My daughter is in prison and there's nothing I can do about it. But there's still a chance, there's still hope. You just have to believe.
No.
Believe in the future, Domus. Have you looked in the far future past all of this?
I have.
How far have you looked?
You can't see it. I'll show it. I'll show it to all of you. He just sort of turns around, starts looking at his machine. Would you like to see what the machine looks like? Specifically to Haka, because he's the one that's...
also,
right next.
also, if it wasn't clear, I was trying to persuade the son of a bitch. He's fucking lost his marbles.
Yeah, no,
I'm trying
he-
so hard.
He is, again, lost.
Lost in the sauce.
As you're walking closer, you can actually start hearing the mechanical and rhythmic ticks, almost as if it was clockwork,
That son of a bitch. That son of a bitch.
All right.
Contraption of the Clockwork Mage.
Ooh.
Domus, get away from that. That's from the Clockwork Mage. He's messing with you.
Domus!
Don't believe it.
It's just like the fucking Breaking Bad thing. You're like,
Domus.
Domus! That machine is making you crazy, Domus! It is now Javid's turn. Javid is actually going to throw a little grenade that makes him launch upwards and is going to strike this guy with a rifle butt. That succeeds, 5 damage. Yaya is actually going to burst through all the way through here and grab this guy. She definitely succeeds, so now he is grappled. Lahab, going through over here, is going to punch this guy in the butt. Succeeds. Another attack definitely succeeds. 9 damage total. It seems like Lahab also has a form of new magical threshold. Ooh, mysterious. Reyna, it is now your turn.
So I'm going to use my bonus action, give that beautiful bardic inspiration away, dun-dun-dun-dun, to Haka.
Yes, good.
And I'm going to move 30 feet. So I'm going to go right here, and then I'm going to use good old-fashioned doohickey, vicious and free.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, you see Yaya over there? She's going to pummel ya, and like the song, get ya, yeah.
You know what? Roll double that, please. Fuck it, why not?
That's literally what I heard her name. That's a 6, and when I heard her name, I literally was the only thinking of that song.
There we go. Inflict 6 damage to this idiot. Speaking of idiots, it's now these idiots' turn. So this guy is going to go back and try to stab Lahab. Misses. These 3 are going to try and stab and shoot you, respectively. Both of them miss. And now the other one is going to try and shoot.
Hang home off
Hold on, wait. Let me just ult to attack him real quick. Also misses, but that was a ranged attack. So yes, you may Fang Homa.
And I Fang Homa twice?
Yes, dealing damage to these 2 respectively.
Oh, if I hit, because I got a 10 for the first one.
Miss.
23 for the second one.
Hit.
6.
Very good. All right. This dubious little creature is actually going to go over and try and stab Sourdough.
No.
Yes. Yes. And
Don't worry, if you live, I can vortex palm him over to me and I can take on 5 guys.
burgers and fries.
Fries.
Yes. So it succeeds. Take 10 damage.
Got it. 2.
Roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
You only take 8 damage.
12.
Oh yeah, that's right.
14,
8. Yeah, you only take 8 damage. So add 2.
then-
Sorry.
Yep, I know. And then con save, you said?
Mm-hmm.
7.
Yep. All right. So you're taking toxic damage.
Chid.
So you take an additional 4 damage.
Bullshit, I say.
Bullshit. So now it's the big purple dudes. The first 2 are going to try and pummel Bolin. First one misses. Second one misses. Bolin, do your thing.
10.
Miss. Okay. Is that a 10 for both of them?
15.
Okay. Both miss. So this guy is going to try and swing at you, Haka, but he has disadvantage because he's within the smoke, and he misses.
Don't fuck off. Domus.
This guy is going to try and shoot at Yaya again. Also misses. And this guy is actually going to move over here. However, that provokes opportunity. And since Yaya has a guy in his hands, he's just going to throw him at him because he can. And that succeeds. So yeah, Reyna, you see this guy about to go over and he's like, come over here, little girl. And then just immediately gets just whacked by the other guy as they get sent flying. Just blip.
Just bless.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to have to roll for damage.
Thanks, Yaya.
One of them takes 3 damage, the other one takes 10. They just get flung. With this sharpshooter is actually going to try and attack Javid with a butt whip. He's going to attack him with the butt of his rifle. However, Javid gets a reaction, so he gets to move back and shoot back at them. He also hits and deals 6. This guy is going to try and target at Reyna. What's your AC again?
16.
Okay, it misses.
Whew, that's good.
And then this guy is going to... He needs to reload. Fuck, I forgot about that. So yeah, he needs to reload. But then he'll suppress Ruben. And won't he feel like a fucking fool?
Suppress the bulletproof robot.
Well, I mean, it's still going to give him disadvantages. So.
No, I know.
Hey, Sourdough, what the hell is your health?
12.
Not very good.
And I'm also poisoned, so...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, thank you for reminding me. You take 1 damage, Sourdough.
Oh, yeah, cool. Well, the guy who did that fucked up because Ruben's gonna go for him now. He's right there, so he's just gonna shoot at this guy before he takes his movement action.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Count as a flank.
We'll go with yes. Yes, it technically counts as a flank. So it's a normal roll.
16?
Yeah, that hits. Did you fire the whole thing? Rate of fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
I
that
have infinite ammo. Why would not?
Roll 10d8.
Yep, that's 8, 16, 17, 21, 26, 29.
Yeah, he's dead. Don't stop rolling. He's dead.
34, 38, 32.
He's dead.
47
He's
damage.
dead. Stop.
We need to know the numbers. We need to
He
know.
fucked up bad.
The public needs to know.
Tried to stab me with a poison knife when my robot best friend with a machine gun is right there. So Ruben's gonna go join Haka at the force field, and I will start trotting along after.
Good idea. That provokes opportunity for this guy.
Which guy?
Yeah, you're in his
I
melee.
see.
If you leave, it provokes opportunity. So do you want to
go
risk
ahead.
that?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. 5 damage.
Yep, cool. I'm still standing.
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh
So-
my god.
Okay, so now you can.
Yep, and then I'll do my movement action, and just because I haven't taken my own attack yet, I'm gonna dump 2 rounds into the guy right there.
All right. Roll normal.
That is a 14 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Cool. That is 6 points of piercing damage to this lad right here.
Got it. He is down.
Got it.
Blech. Kiara is actually probably going to try and move to assist Bullen, and is going to do a good old-fashioned shield bash. That is an 18, so that succeeds. So that does 5 damage, and also everybody is going to be healed. Watch out. So you guys heal 2 damage.
Hey.
Okay.
All of us do?
Yes, all of you.
As a...
All right, Asteri, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Well, first things first, that guy needs to go down.
Which one?
True shot guy.
Yeah, probably. That would be a good idea.
19 plus, it's a hit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 19 plus something.
Yeah, no, that definitely hits. Roll for damage.
8.
Yep, he's done.
That guy was shot, right?
Yes, he was. But he's
Cool,
still
guiding bolt.
standing. Yeah. You're gonna turn to aim at him.
Yep.
All right, go for it.
18 to hit.
Yes. Roll for damage.
I'm rolling it.
Don't bother. You hit. Yeah, he's done.
Okay, my minimum is 4.
Yeah, he does the Wilhelm scream and falls
Oh,
off.
and he's glowing.
Yep. He's also ached out.
Asteri just slowly walks into the smoke screen.
Okay. Interesting. Is that it?
Yep.
All right, Amana, it is now your turn. What do you wish to do?
I'm going to aim for this one right here. I'm going to use Hail of Thorns, and I'm going to use 2 shots.
Okay. Roll with advantage because he is technically flanked.
First one's 15.
Roll for damage. So you do 8 damage towards this guy.
7. Can I use one of my new magic abilities?
You may.
I'm going to snag this one's bell rod, or whatever they
Hell
have.
yeah.
That'll take a new magical thing, but you just grab it from him. So now he is without a gun. Oh no, I don't have my gun anymore. All right, so
Actually, really funny.
Volan, what do you wish to do?
It's time to do the dumbest thing I can do. First, you bet everything on Fang Homa. I only got one bonus.
Always
action.
bet on Fang Homa.
I'm going to turn to this guy that's near Ruben. Vortex Glove. I'm going to suck him off the stage towards me.
Okay, that actually technically provokes a opportunity attack from both Haka and Ruben.
Cool.
He
You got it, boss.
fails. He fails. So Ruben and Haka roll for opportunity.
Yep.
Shit, I missed.
Hey, Volan, that guy we just got attack of opportunity on.
Yeah.
I rolled an 18 with disadvantage, so let me roll up all the machine gun damage.
Jesus Christ, sourdough!
I have bottomless ammo. There's no reason for me not to.
This session of Tales of Aoth, Ruben commits a war crime.
It's not a war crime if they're armed.
It's true.
18,
Oh my god!
They have arms, so therefore
25,
it's okay.
32,
Tales of Aoth. That's the name of the
34, that's
program.
39 points of damage.
Yeah, okay. Surprisingly, he's
Geneva-
still alive.
Don't forget about the Geneva suggestion book.
You should let me keep this.
No. No, I will not. I'm telling you for a fact, you are depositing that to the nearest law officer by the end of this, mister.
Asteri is going to confiscate that from you.
Ruben is a danger to everyone and themselves.
I'm just waiting for the gun to blow up and take Ruben with it.
So Bullen, when he pulls the guy over, he's actually going to look at Sourdough and just go, "Hey, stop interfering in my fight. I can take him." Now you, stand up and fight me.
He's riddled with bullets. Haka, what did you roll?
I rolled a 12, but after that, it's like, Jesus, sourdough!
Yeah.
That's a weapon of mass destruction! Put it down!
Machine gun go brrr.
Fang Homa, we hope for the best.
Hope for the best. Haka, your turn. What do you wish to do?
Alright, I'm right next to the new magical barrier. This poor young man's being influenced by a contraption that is definitely related to a clockwork mage. I need to get him out of there.
When you push your hands, you see that the barrier sort of reacts to it, so it's essentially like concaving to the tips of your fingers. Perhaps if you focus enough with sheer will and determination, you might be able to push through it.
Alright then, I'm going to do it.
Please roll a constitution check.
15.
All right, you know what? That succeeds. You're able to push through, and you are now with Domus and the new magical contraption. So you can actually take a good look at it. The device seems like a tower of unknown origin, with spikes and clockwork wrapping around it in spiraling strands. According to all practical and philosophical teachings of physical mechanics, it shouldn't work. But it does, ticking and sparking as it whispers strange murmurs in the orb chambered inside the small tower.
Domus, this is messing with your mind. This thing doesn't belong to us, belong in our world. It's beyond normal comprehension. Please, Domus, listen to reason.
You have two options, Haka. You can turn off the machine, or you can try to peer and see what Domus is seeing.
Oh no!
What do you wish to do? I'll give you an inspiration point if you want to peer into this bad boy.
I have an inspiration I've never used. Oh fuck. Guys, what do I do? I have to ask you guys. This is like...
I have an inspiration point with your name on it.
Is it worth the risk?
I'm gonna say worst case scenario, I still have one last trick to hold out a turn. So yeah, if you want to look into it.
If you're gonna do it now, because I fully plan on setting Ruben in there and shredding that thing with the machine gun.
I peer into the unknown.
Okay, give yourself an inspiration point, buddy.
Domus, what?
As Haka just like clumsily just oof.
What is this?
So you start to peer into it. The walls start to warp and twist away. Wooden boards peel layer by layer, and nails and hinges fly into an empty abyss of darkness. A chasm where no light escapes. You can't see anything. There is nothing. All you see is but a black void. Then, a dune of soulless gray sand as the wind howls across a barren, pale desert. Black thunderstorms begin to encroach you as the desert starts to ebb and flow like a sea made from grains of bone. Shadowy figures leer at you as they pass by, swept by the sand sea currents that have now become a tidal wave. The granular current flows around your body, scalding your skin and eroding your soul. Whispers of conversations that you have never encountered, tastes you have never experienced, sights that you have never seen waft around you like paper cloth in a storm. The waves coalesce into a whirlpool. A gigantic dark hand shoots out of the center, digits outstretched, and a single eye glaring down at you from inside its ebony palm. As giant as the moon and as bright as the sun. A singular shade appears next to you. It mutters something as it crouches over itself as if wounded. It's the voice of the Emperor. It looks up to you and says, "Haka, I'm so sorry." As the voice emanates from the Perch silhouette, the titanic palm begins to slam down, and all that fills your ears is the unending screeching of a train on the tracks as it crushes you. Darkness turns to light as you stand back in the room, back to reality. Domus looks back at you. You saw it too, didn't you? He asks meekly, collapsing, exhausted from the whole ordeal. The new magic pylon stops spurring and sparking. The orb in the center becomes cracked, turning stone cold and black as obsidian. You are now officially out of combat. The new magic pylon is defeated. There you go.
Yeah.
I hope you guys really like that. I put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, Haka, Ruben is going to come up behind you, place one of his free hands, like, firmly on your shoulder. Not, like, push you aside, but give you, like, a firm, like, get out of the way. And just, like, set the edge of the barrel onto a lip and just unload a full 10 shot onto the center of this thing, just shattering the orb.
You see, like, bits of glass, metal, clockwork, just sputtering around as it just turns into nothing but, like, a heaping pile of hot mess.
That thing was beyond our world.
You have no idea what Haka is muttering about. You're trying to, like, form a coherent sentence, but your brain is all jumbled, so you're just like,
Sourdough will just, like, trot up behind and, like, check the runes of the machine and just look back at the party and go, well, it should be pretty well out of commission. We don't have to worry about it anymore.
Say that.
Olin sees Haka is wigging out, so he's going to come over and put a hand on his shoulder and just telepathy, just go, focus on me for a sec.
Oh, thank you, Olin.
One goes, don't worry, I used to have that all the time when I was a kid.
Oh, what?
I think you were going through a panic attack.
Oh, it's just like, the shaking thing you were doing with your mind eddies. Don't worry, I got over it after a couple of decades.
Jesus, Fallen.
Real quick thing, can just, like, I know it's mostly destroyed for the greater good, but
Yes.
can Sourdough just, like, roll an investigation check to see if this looks familiar from any of the technology he's seen over the years?
You may. Roll Arcana, please.
Oh, cool, Arcana. Heck, that boss. That is a 17.
You have never seen this before in your life. It is so strange and alien. You don't even know if ancients made this one. It seems to be like a completely foreign design to you, and almost an impossible design by looking at it.
Yeah, I'll be sad for a minute, but then just like, it was for the greater good. I'm gonna rejoin everybody.
Ruben held onto the trigger so hard that the barrel actually melted.
Aw, fun ruiner.
Yeah, I
No
am.
fun allowed.
Asteri is handcuffing Domu.
Dorimu.
Domus.
Enforcers start to burst in, apprehending any of the fleeing blood moons. Keara runs over to her brother, consoling him as the constable approaches with restraints, but it seems like he was already beaten to the punch. Reluctantly, he lets you pick up Domus, lifting him up and helping him walk to the nearest autobus to jail. We will provide a fair trial, the constable says to Keara, tears forming in her eyes. We will need a character witness, so extra visits will be necessary, implying that she would allow her to visit as much as she wanted. She thanks the constable for the cold comfort as they take him away.
This is definitely a bad crowd, and that was the worst among them. That thing did not belong in this world. By the ancients, by the ancestors, this thing is beyond us. I'm glad it's destroyed.
The constable sort of looks up, it's like, well, it's hard to tell what exactly it was.
If it's any consolation, it's definitely not of this world anymore.
It disabled after Haka gazed into it.
They saw me look at this thing, touch it, and then...
Yeah, it looked like you had an out-of-body experience, which, in all intents and purposes, you might as well have.
Might as well.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
And Volan just casually dropping, he's gone through those as well.
Aww. Constable sort of looks over and is like, well done. Our emperor has chosen well. Report to the Forbidden Court when you are able. I will take it from here. Keara sort of thanks the constable as he sort of takes Domus. Definitely going to be arrested. You guys can start returning to the Forbidden Court, or you can go and interact with the other NPCs that are around here, including Keara, who is definitely sobbing and sad.
Asteri's going to talk to the constable.
All right. What do you wish to say to the constable?
Basically, full report of the situation, basically everything, including it apart about the fact that Javid did also, in fact, lose government equipment, the fact that Haka immediately looked at the eye storm thing instead of destroying it, so on and so forth. Just information.
I see. I will take this into consideration when I write the report. Sourdough, Haka, Reyna, Volan, Amana.
A couple of things. While they're having this conversation, Sourdough will, like, motion to the constable and be like, officer, sir? And he'll point to the melted machine gun being held by Ruben. If I fix this back up, can I keep it?
Well, unfortunately, I believe this is stolen property of Emperyan barracks, so it will need to be taken to them.
Oh, alright.
Yeah. One of the enforcers, he just timidly, like, walks up to Ruben. Can I take it?
Yeah, I'll have Ruben hand it to him.
Yeah. You see, like, the barrel is still, like, loops of hot metal.
Yeah. One more thing. And then before he takes it, I'll, like, unload it before handing it to him.
Yes. You remove the infusion.
Yeah, I'll remove the belt.
Yeah, so...
remove the infusion, too. Yeah.
So now it is a broken hunk of mess. I don't think it could have fired even if you did take it into safety. They sort of nod and smile to you as they start walking.
Yeah, and after that, I'll just wander back over to Amon and go, hey, are you okay?
I'm pretty good. I just feel bad for Keara over there.
Well, it's been a strange day for a lot of us, so give it time, I think.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm a little bit banged up, but nothing a couple nights of sleep can't fix.
I'm gonna throw back the minor healing potion I think you gave me.
Throw back one for the boys.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah.
Throw one back for the boys.
No, you'll need this more. You've got yourselves a couple more scraps than I have, and I'll just, like, gently hand it back to you.
Aww.
So Volan is gonna walk over to Keara and he's just eating some good berries. Hands her the bag, some berries.
No, thank you. I'm not hungry.
Goes, yeah, but you're wounded. These help with that.
I'll be fine.
Okay, well, if you need anything, I'm at least a good listener.
Thank you.
Speaking of, turns to Haka. You have a daughter?
Oh, no.
Is this the first time he's heard about my
Yeah,
daughter?
yeah, he did.
First time?
Oh my god.
Yeah, but daughter, she's somewhere.
She's somewhere in the city, arrested because she's accused of being the Emperor's assassin.
It's complicated.
Wait, isn't the Emperor really strong?
Yes, but it's a bit more complicated than that.
Wait, does that
But
mean
what?
she's strong?
Yes, actually, I don't know.
That's why I want to see her.
Okay, let's go see her then.
I don't know where she is, and also it would be against the law. Isn't that right, Constable?
Yes, it is. But I'm very close to disclosing that information. This, of course, will be for another time.
Another time, then.
It's like, okay, when that time comes, I'll go with you two to see Domus and your daughter. Also, I might want to challenge your daughter to a sparring match if possible.
Fine! Not the time! Read the room!
Is that Vault asking for her hand in marriage?
I will.
I want to.
If you want your father's blessing, you're going to have to face me in the ring.
Oh my god.
I love him.
Yeah. I love all of these characters. The interactions on this is fucking priceless.
I'm going to talk to Kira.
Okay.
Kiara,
She just looks silent. It's almost like she's emotionally still processing all of this.
I did what I could.
I know. I understand. I have trust in the Imperial adjudication system. I'm sure he'll get a fair trial. The constable is a good man. I know that for a fact.
I believe that too. If you ever need me, please let me know.
I really appreciate that, Haka. I really do.
I go up to her, it's like, I too have a brother who seems to keep getting into trouble.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, not to this scale, but I'll just say that no matter what happens, he'll still be a bro, and I think that'll matter to him a lot in the end.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I just give it a pat on the back as I walk away.
Haka going over to Javid. Javid is petting Yaya's facial plates. It's like, oh, you did great out there. Who's my little war machine? Who's my little war machine? It's you! You are!
So this is Yaya.
Yeah! Oh, yeah, no, this is Yaya. You know Yasmin, Leo?
Yeah, of course I
Yeah,
know
shit.
Yasmin. We travel together.
Yeah, this is one of her works. You see, Yaya just sort of looking at you. Now Haka is like...
How you doing, Yaya? How you doing?
Yeah, Yaya just essentially just leans over for pets.
Oh, reminds me of Eddie back at home.
Yeah. Who's Eddie?
Except she can fight. He's my little buddy.
Ah.
My little dog.
I
My
see.
little dog at home.
Oh, that's
He's
cute.
My little buddy.
I mean, I tried to have pets, but,
We have Bow Dog at home.
we have Bow Dog at home. So yeah, just essentially go for pets. Vulin, Lahab, you hear him actually, panting underneath the armor as he just, leans over the desk and he just looks at you, Vulin, and is like, don't touch me.
I was coming to congratulate you, but it seems something's going on. You require a good berry?
No, I'm fine. You can roll a perception check.
Okay. 11.
Yep. You don't really seem to notice. There's just a lot of steam going on. Yeah. He's dry heaving almost.
Wait, can I do a medicine check?
You're gonna have to remove the armor first. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on behind all of that. You can try and touch him if you wish.
Does he look like he can actually fight back in this state, or is he looking way worse?
After running a while that you're winded?
Yeah.
It seems like he's doing that.
Owen is actually going to touch his shoulder pads more out of curiosity than help at this point.
Okay, you hear sizzling as your skin comes in contact with his pauldron. You take 3 fire damage. Lahab just immediately pushes you. It's like, I told you not to touch me.
Owen just goes, I see. Takes a couple of good berries and just shoves them in his mouth. So that's the downside to the armor.
I will need to return to the engineering corps to get my armor refitted. I think I might have overdone things.
I would like to spar with you sometime when things aren't as urgent.
Just sort of huffs a little bit and is like, it's a date. As he just started walking over to the exit.
Sourdough is going to catch the under their eye, but they do want to comfort Kiara real quick, and then they're going to run to catch up with him.
Mm-hmm.
Sourdough will just lean to Kiara and go, hey, family can be hard, but we got him out alive, so that's something, right? And I'll just pull her in for a hug.
She drops the shield and hugs you. You can actually start seeing she's crying again.
I'll give her a pat on the back to say, everything's going to be okay, right? We made it this far.
Yes, the Emperor looking from above down on us. I'm sure everything will be right. A little bit weird that you see that an anarchist is giving such high praises to the Emperor, but...
Me and Rib would start jogging over to Mr. Power Armor. I want to catch him before he leaves.
Mm-hmm. You still see the steam. You can actually roll a perception check as well. And he also tells you, it's don't touch me.
Once Asteri's done with the constable, have Asteri come over as well, just because he's done with the constable.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Wait, let me roll. Alright, so that Arcana with advantage is a nat 20.
Nice.
And that perception is an 14.
Okay. For the perception check, you see that condensation is emanating from his faceplate, but it's not steam. It's almost like it's ice. For the suit, it's designed to radiate as much heat as possible, although even it has its limits. And it seems like Lahab really likes pushing their suit to the limit.
Sourdough's just gonna look up and oh, your cooling system's burning you up. Here, hand your helmet to Ruben. Cool.
I need to go over to the engineering corps and make sure that my suit is fine.
You're not gonna get there if you burn up on the way there. Ruben's not gonna get hurt by your helmet. Hand it to Ruben. You need to cool down.
I'm fine.
You're not fine. I respect your opinion, and I'm sure that suit is a marvelous piece of work, but you are not fine. You need to take that helmet off now.
Roll for persuasion.
That's a 16?
He sort of looks at you, and then he's just done talking. He just walks.
Damn.
Asteri can literally just, pour the water out, shape water, just basically turn to ice around him. Not impeding the mobility, though.
Yeah, Lahab just immediately, turns back. He's like, I don't need your help! He shouts that at Asteri.
Asteri just proceeds to freeze the ice again.
You can hear him, audibly groaning as he's just walking.
Sourdough will look kind of sad and concerned for this man's health, but there's not much he can do, so...
He will be fine.
Sourdough's gonna wander over and look at the pretty robot.
I'll do one last thing as Lahab walks away.
One more thing! Yeah, go ahead, Haka.
Good job out there. Impressive. It's a piece of technology.
That means a lot coming from you.
Although, it's clear there's a number of things that only us men can do that machines cannot.
While he's talking, I freeze it again.
Oh my...
Yeah, no, you see just steam just radiating from it as the metal is starting to be less bright hot and now just being a more solid warm.
They may be odd, but they mean well, and some of them are the future.
Lahab just goes over, he's like, save your lectures. Respectfully, legendary hero. As he just continues to walk.
Farewell, Lahab, Phoenix of the Empire.
He's called a Firebird for a reason.
As I walk forward to Javid, as I do the same thing as he did before, he's walking away, not turning around.
Firebird of the Empire.
Kearas' shield is still on the ground, right?
Yes, but she can pick it up easily.
I was gonna pick it up.
Alright, roll for strength.
Fuck.
Oh!
I was trying to do something nice. Fuck.
Well, what'd you get?
You can do it.
That's a 13.
Alright, you actually managed to lift it, but you have to, give it your roll. It's like a person getting, those large, lifter weights, really big ones on the support bar thing, and you're just, trying to lift it. It's very heavy. Kiara just sort of grabs it with one hand and then just, puts it to her side and is like, thank you.
No problem. I know that your shield is important to you, so I didn't want it to be on the ground too long.
It's okay. Just a couple of, bumps and scratches. I should be able to buffer it out.
Yeah, sometimes the scratches and the dents of a shield make the journey, and just like how sometimes family stuff has more dents and bruises.
I see.
I think Domus is gonna figure himself out.
I hope so.
Volan's gonna go over to Javid and go, so, when's a good time to hang out for that sparring session?
I'll send you over to my secretary. She'll book you.
I'm gonna go out and take his hand.
He grasps your hand for a manly shake.
I like to think at this point, just Volan's used up all his strength and just, oh, there I go.
Just up. Yeah.
Just that's where the session ends.
Yeah. You again arrive at the Forbidden Court. After all events today, the sobering mood finally hits you. Words within the court hear whispers of the Emperor's airship returning. He's finally here. The Emperyan father has returned. No doubt, expecting to see the party. You may finally be able to gain an audience. You arrive at the throne room in the Forbidden Court. Illith and Vimir are talking to a tall birdfolk in royal robes adorned with a crown conforming to his crest. When he turns to see you, Haka and Asteri immediately recognize the man standing before you, the capital's Emperyan father, Shah-Ansha Cyrus. Or to Haka, Korok, his dear friend. Wabam! There we go. Big reveal.
Yeah.
There is the Emperor. How do you wish to approach him?
Sourdough's just gonna immediately collapse to a clumsy bow.
Okay.
Asteri did the full Imperial greeting.
Yes, of course.
It's going to be first a proper bow.
My golden emperor, it has been far too long.
Haka. Vimir sort of goes over and is like, I have informed the Emperor of your valiant deeds that you have accomplished this day. Vimir ejects. They are as capable as you predicted, Your Majesty. Illith looks over and is like, of course they are. We handpicked them, after all, she says, holding onto Korok's shoulder. Korok immediately looks to all of you. It seems that I have made the right choice. Not only did you heed my call, but you also have been answering the needs of the capital. This is an outstanding initiative, I must say.
Can Volan actually walk forward?
You may, yes.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Volan gives a bow to the king. He just goes, Your Eminence, my name is Volan Kyron. First, I would like to thank you for this opportunity. And second, I would like to ask for a sparring match.
Korok just sort of looking at him, and then he just immediately starts laughing. He's like, oh, you're serious?
Volan's like,
He's
yes.
been hit in the head multiple times.
I see.
I think he's just like that.
Either way, the only way one can get stronger is by taking on bigger challenges. More training, bigger obstacles. And what obstacle could be bigger than the Emperor himself?
Uh-huh. Perhaps we should work your way up to me, and then maybe you'll get the fight that you so desire.
Owen nods and just goes, very well. Shaka basically said the same thing.
Kodok just immediately looks as like, Shaka, you say. Do you want
Shaka
to...
the Blue Moon.
Haka, do you wish to break decorum and just talk to him casually?
I'm talking to him casually. My emperor.
Haka, I am your emperor, your heavenly king above kings. You will address me as such, he says as his beak is held up high, chest puffed. You may roll an insight.
Ah, shit. It's a 22.
Okay. You can see the Emperor keeping his composure, but little juts of his beak indicate that he's holding back a smile, trying not to laugh. Eventually, the cracks in his facade is too much as he just bursts out laughing, his mischievous side taking over his youthful days of yore. Illith rolled her eyes at this prank. It's like,
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry. You should have seen the look on your face. I couldn't resist. Stood back tall, trying to recover from his laughter. It's fine. Just call me Kodok, please. I wish you to be as comfortable as possible in our place. He reassures you, allowing the party to relax around himself and the Empress. You guys can talk casually to him now.
So, if I may ask, why'd you summon us specifically? What tasks do you have for us?
With your inside check, Haka, you see that the Emperor is unusually casual with people that he has just met, as if to appear inviting, buttering you up, something leading up to a soft sell. It's hard to tell whether it's genuine, but he is showing some vulnerability in this social gambit. You received my invitation because I need your help. My wife and I have been searching for people with certain skills. Some of you are my friends. Others, even though you're strangers, I know there is some good in your hearts to seek an audience in my chambers. Either way, I am asking you not as the Emperor, but as a man. I need your help. The whole world needs your help. And I can only ask if you're willing to help us in such a crucial task.
Yes.
Sure.
What's in it for us?
Well,
damn.
saving the world, access to anything that the Empire can provide, a small sum inside the Golden Treasury.
So, you mean you'll give us anything, right?
Yes, anything.
Okay then, give my people's land back, as I look them like dead in the eyes.
Your land being the tribe within the Orkurish nations, am I correct?
The Kapari tribe, yes.
That is being run by Lord Commander Edward Doric. This information is correct, right, Amana?
I'm very aware of that man's name.
Things like that will take time, but I will try looking into trying to find a way to conform to your request.
Thank you, you're my emperor, as I say somewhat sarcastically.
All right.
Since we're allowed to speak freely, legendary hero, emperor, and empress, can I get your autograph?
Oh, why? Yes, of course.
Czar, sir? Are we all allowed to call you Korok?
Yes. That was the name that I was given at birth.
Owen takes out his notebook. I should write it down then.
Oh, Mr. Korok, sir?
Yes.
What's the job entail?
Right. This will solely be between us. This task is paramount, and I require your discreetness and compliance. He starts to wave away the guards so that only Vamir, Illith, the Emperor, and the party remain. Asteri, do you try to walk with the guards?
Yes.
Okay. So, as Asteri tries to excuse himself... Oh, no, not you, Asteri. You're important in this mission, too. I will need your skills as well, son, he says awkwardly, trying to talk to the lizard folk as if he was his actual offspring. Illith nods in approval.
Of course, father.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yeah, Korok just immediately leans over to you, Haka. It's like, I'll tell you all about it later.
Huh? Okay.
He returns to a table in the middle of the throne room, a series of maps and small wooden models. The people of Aoth don't know it yet, but we are at war, from an unknown enemy. You may remember them from our past, Haka, a strange cult of priestesses obsessed with ancient machines. They become more active, and not just in the Northern Crescent. This sisterhood, this coven, appears everywhere now, as if from thin air, and then just vanishes. I don't know their motives, but it isn't good. We need to stop this before it gets out of hand. The quest that I give onto you, to find the root of this menace and end it before the world goes into chaos.
This isn't good. Surviving after everything.
That wasn't all of them. That was just merely one branch of a tree. Illith sort of speaks as she also approaches the table.
By the ancestors.
Now their name is fully known. They are now known as the Coven.
So where's this coven located?
That's the thing. We don't know. We don't know where the origin came from. We don't even know any of their headquarters.
Could they be in the Arid Fracture, perchance? I just arrived from there a couple of days ago by train, and there was some strange ancient machinery that was waking up. I've never seen anything like it before. If we're looking for a cult that worships ancient machines, maybe start there?
It is possible. Any place with a source of new magic machinery, or any source of new magic, they will be attracted to it. So, your guess is as good as mine. But for more information, they're a group of spellcasters of all kind, fascinated with magic of all types. They originated from the Northern Crescent, since it's held the most artifacts. They would call it their pilgrimage of sorts. We found outposts, but no indication of a home base, if they even have one, and they seem to organize themselves in a matriarchal structure, with head priestesses and acolytes. Their elusive leader only known as the Madonna, the mother of new magic. A religion that may deviate from the mother of creation, chakra, but that's a loose connection at best. And that's unfortunately all we know about them. Illith used to disguise herself as a priestess, but even then she didn't really know that much knowledge about them and was only accruing such knowledge until now. This wellspring of coven activity might also be because of a certain person, because of him. You guys can roll for insight about what he's referring to as him. Haka actually gains an advantage to this.
That's a 22, baby.
Nice.
Mine is a dirty 20.
Yep.
19.
Kodok says him with a lot of emotional weight behind that word, almost unable to utter the word, as if the past was throttling him by the neck. Haka would know he is referring to the enigmatic and malicious Clockwork Mage.
The Clockwork Mage.
He hasn't been showing up recently, but with all of the reports that you've been sending, this can't be a coincidence.
Far from it.
Of course, Volin, Reyna, Amana, and Asteri are completely out of the loop on this.
Haka's mentioned that guy a couple times, but he's not in any of the history books or tales. Who's the Clockwork Mage?
An enemy of the Empire, and possibly the enemy of all things, if he's mucking with things. There's new magic in the ancients.
Sounds that it's more personal for both of you.
That is because of what happened. The last fight that we had to fight before the Empire was won back again. The Clockwork Mage was the puppet master behind the Zodiacs, and more importantly, the one controlling the Dower Empress during our encounter, and perhaps
Dowager,
the whole
but
time.
yes.
Clockwork Mage is also responsible for creating two enemies of ours. One in particular, one that I've grown strong hatred towards, Eros.
You see Kodok is just completely silent from all of this, as Illith is just sort of going over to try and reassure him.
I'd heard rumblings of something like that, but I didn't think he was real. Or at least not alive anymore. You're saying he's still out there? He's not a myth?
The Clockwork Mage is far from a myth, and if he's gods, that piece of technology, that thing that we saw today, that Reuben destroyed, it reminded me of the Clockwork Mage, the way it ticked and ticked. That machine shouldn't have worked, but he could have made it work. It's a hunch, but we'll never know now. That machine's far destroyed. It's better off destroyed. Whatever forces he's messing with will be taken down. I assure you, my friend, I am by your side. The Coven will be defeated and brought to justice.
You see Kodok is he's sort of tuned out of the conversation. He's just looking at the floor now as he immediately snaps back and is right, of course. I'm assuming the rest of you wish to aid us, now that you know the truth?
Sure.
Of course, yes.
My Emperor.
If the world ends, I can't achieve my dream anyway, so it's that I fight.
So,
That's what my father would want.
Yeah.
Kodok just then tries to change the subject. Okay, the next part is to wait for a report to the Northern Crescent. The militia and the riflemen have been observing their movements. Once we find out their plans, and we'll act accordingly. However, what we lack right now is resources. We've been building up a standing army to deal with this new threat for 10 years, but the upkeep is starting to take a toll, and we need monetary funds. We've already been straddling the limit to reasonably taxing the lower ring districts, and the best source of income is the first ring district, but they're very stingy when it comes to donating extra money to any cause. However, I plan to make the capital's elite part ways with their money.
Sourdough will raise a hand.
You don't have to raise your hand, but go ahead.
Would the situation improving in Guildtown do anything to help you fund? While you've been gone the past couple days, we've been helping rebuild the businesses there, and they've been doing very well. I'm not an economic expert, but wouldn't more disposable income going into those shops help better fund the military?
I heard about the reports on Guildtown. I'm quite pleased that all of you are going through that endeavor. However, even all of the revenue from Guildtown, it's still but a drop in the bucket. A helpful drop, nonetheless, but we're definitely going to need more. Please, by all means, if you keep helping Guildtown. It'll definitely, improve our situation.
Of course, Czar, of course.
My plan was something a little bit more, shall we say, extravagant.
What'd you have in mind?
We'll host a gala, an extravagant party, and we'll have the outer court nobles pay for admission. They'll pay out the nose to rub shoulders with the Emperor Empress and new heroes and old, like yourself.
New hero?
All the proceeds will be used to bolster the forces in the Northern Crescent, and they would be none the wiser. There's only one problem with this plan, though.
Colin goes, some of us might not have learned proper table manners.
Okay, so there's two problems. The main problem is that the person who hosts these parties have been canceling them recently. This means we must convince Hafez to host another party in his estate. And Sourdough, that name immediately rings in your mind. You know of Hafez from Ali. Hafez is known as the smartest and wisest man in all of Aoth.
Oh yeah, this is his scholar that he wanted to get in good with. Yeah.
He is a renowned philosopher, poet, artist, and musician who has invented and discovered the vast amounts of technology the Empire now relies on. He's also been a shut-in for quite a while, staying in his mansion for years without any public appearances. If we want to have the higher nobles on board, we're going to need his help setting up the go. That will be one of your first things. You also can just go over to the Northern Crescent yourself, but with resources dwindling, it might be an uphill battle. Really, ultimately, the choice will be up to you, but that will be a choice that you guys will have to make later. Kodok immediately just snaps his finger again. It's like, oh, right, since you will be acting as my new Emperyan Knights, I have already ordered the Department of Constructs to give you access to anything available. I'm sure Chief Engineer Liu would like to catch up with you too, Haka.
Yeah!
With enough goodwill, you may be able to access the Empire's military stock. If you'll need anything else, please tell us, or Vimir. We will see it done. With that it will be the end of the session, and we'll take everything else to interlude. Hey everyone, thank you for watching. If you like what you saw here, please leave a comment and a like. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and enable the bell notification to stay updated on upcoming episodes and shorts. Thanks, and see you on the next episode of Tales of Aoth.